All right, everybody, welcome back. We are jumping into another deep dive. And today we're looking at something
Mm-hmm.
that I think a lot of us can relate to, and that is routines, daily routines.
Yeah.
And specifically, we're going to be pulling from the Daily English podcast and an episode that they did
Right.
where they talk about this guy named John and his routine.
Sounds good.
But, you know, this isn't just about learning English, obviously.
Right.
It's about understanding how those everyday choices,
Yeah.
those things you do in your routine, how those can impact your life.
Absolutely. I mean, think about it. Your daily routine.
Yeah.
It's like the foundation of your day, right?
Yeah.
It sets the tone. It influences your energy levels, your focus, your productivity.
It's like a domino effect almost, right?
Right,
Like
yeah.
if you sleep in late, then
Totally.
you might rush through breakfast and then you're
Exactly. And then you feel rushed all day. You're not as productive.
playing catch up all day.
You're not as focused. Maybe you make poor food choices because you're just grabbing whatever's quick.
Yeah, you don't have time to work out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It all kind of cascades.
So let's look at John's day and
Yeah.
see what we can pull out of this. So he starts his day at 7 a.m.
Okay.
Up bathroom, the usual.
Usual.
By 7:30, he's having breakfast,
Right.
bread, coffee, and some fruit.
That's good.
Seems pretty balanced, right?
Yeah. Sounds like a good way to start the day. You know, a little bit of carbs for energy, some protein
Mm.
from the... I'm assuming there's some protein in the bread.
Yeah.
Maybe some milk in the coffee, and then fruit for some vitamins and fiber.
And I wonder,
Yeah.
I'm curious, like, does he make this breakfast or does somebody make it for him?
That's an interesting question.
Or does he buy it, like,
Yeah.
pre-made? We don't know.
We don't have those details.
We don't have those
But
things.
it's something to think about, right?
Yeah.
Because that could tell us something about his lifestyle as well.
Yeah. And it seems like, for somebody who's, listening to this and maybe trying to improve their English skills, that routine right from the start is important.
Oh, absolutely. I think routine is crucial for anyone who's trying to learn something new, especially a language.
Yep.
Because it creates structure, it provides that consistency,
Yeah.
and it eliminates decision fatigue. When you have a routine, you don't have to waste mental energy on deciding what to do and when to do it.
Right.
You can just focus on your learning goals.
So at 8:00 a.m.,
Okay.
John hops on the bus to go to work.
Okay.
He gets there at 9 to 1 a.m.,
Right.
works till 5:00 p.m.
Gotcha. So a pretty standard work day,
Yeah.
9 to 5.
Pretty standard.
Yeah.
That bus ride, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking about that. It's
Yeah.
like an hour each way.
That's a significant commute.
That is a long
It
time.
makes you wonder about, where he lives.
Right.
Is he choosing to live further out, maybe for more space or quieter environment?
Or maybe it's just like the only affordable option.
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe it's about his priorities, right? Maybe he values that time to himself to maybe read a book or listen to a podcast.
He could be listening to Daily English on that commute.
He could be. That's where he gets his daily English practice in.
So, I mean, that's a good chunk of time that he could be dedicating to learning.
Absolutely. I mean, that's like a built-in study session
Yeah.
every single day.
So if he is trying to improve his English,
Yeah.
he's got a leg up.
He's got a lot of time to do it.
All right, so he gets home at 5:30 p.m.
Okay.
He unwinds with some TV or music.
I like that.
I do too.
A little bit of downtime
Yeah.
to relax and recharge.
That's important.
It's essential to have that separation between work and personal life,
Mm-hmm.
to kind of de-stress and unwind so you can enjoy your evening
Yeah.
and come back refreshed the next day.
Dinner at 7:00.
Okay.
Rice, chicken, vegetables.
Another healthy meal.
Yeah, he's on a roll.
It seems like he's got a pretty good handle on his nutrition, which is great because we know how much our diet can impact our energy levels, our mood,
Yeah.
our cognitive function.
And then he spends some time reading
Oh, nice.
and then also some family time,
That's wonderful.
which I think is a good balance, right? Like
Yeah.
having that personal time to kind of, pursue your own interests and then also having that time to connect with loved ones.
Yeah, I think it's so important to have that balance in a routine.
Yeah.
It can't just be all work and no play.
Right.
You need that time for yourself. You
Yeah.
need that time for your relationships.
Mhm.
It's all part of a well-rounded life.
And then lights out at 10:00 p.m.
Okay, so consistent sleep schedule,
Yeah.
getting about 8 hours of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
That's great, especially for a learner because we know sleep is crucial for memory consolidation,
Right.
for processing information.
Yeah.
So he's setting himself up for success in that area as well.
So we kind of zoom out
Yeah.
and look at his day as a whole. It's pretty structured.
Mm-hmm.
He seems to value his time.
Absolutely.
He values his health.
Yes.
He values relationships.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
your take on kind of like John as a person based on what we know about him?
You know, I think he seems like someone who's quite disciplined and organized.
Mm-hmm.
He probably thrives on routine and predictability.
Yeah.
I would say he's probably also quite health conscious
Yeah.
and values spending time with his family.
I was wondering,
Yeah.
back to the breakfast thing, like,
Yeah, yeah.
we don't know if he's making this himself, but like,
Mhm.
what kind of bread is it?
Exactly.
Is it like, a whole wheat bread?
White bread.
Is it white bread? Is it sourdough? Like, what's going on there?
What kind of fruit is he eating?
Yeah.
Is it a banana? Is it berries?
Like, what kind of coffee is this?
Yeah.
Is it like, a fancy latte?
Right. Is it black coffee?
Yeah.
We don't know.
Is it instant? So many questions.
I know. It's like we're getting this little glimpse into his life.
Right. But there's so much more we could uncover if we had more details.
And that's kind of like the cool thing about this.
It is.
Is that it's not just about, learning about this guy's day. It's about like looking at those little details and trying to extract, information from that.
Absolutely. It's
Yeah.
like being a detective,
Yeah.
trying to piece together clues.
Yeah. And you can apply that to anything.
Exactly.
When you meet new people,
Right.
you know how they talk about their day or
Yeah.
anything. It's like you can start to understand them better
Mm-hmm.
by paying attention to those things.
Absolutely. And it can help you connect with them on a deeper level.
So for anybody listening,
Yeah.
I'm curious, like, what does your daily routine look like?
Yeah. How does it compare to John's?
Are you
Mhm.
structured? Are you,
More
do
spontaneous.
you have any like weird
Yeah,
quirks? What are your little rituals?
And your routine.
Do you have a specific coffee mug you always use?
Yes.
Or a certain chair you always sit in?
That's a good point.
Those little things can actually be really comforting and grounding, and they can add a sense of personality to your routine.
And I think if you're trying to, improve your English,
Yeah.
there are probably things that you could pull out of
Oh, absolutely.
John's routine and
Yeah.
apply to your own life.
I mean, like that dedicated time for learning during his commute.
Right.
That's brilliant.
Or just the consistency of the sleep schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's
Huge,
great.
especially for language learning. You need that rest
Mm-hmm.
to allow your brain to process everything you've learned,
Yeah.
to consolidate those memories.
So it's really about like being aware of your own routine
Absolutely.
and then figuring out, okay, what's working, what's not working.
Yeah.
What can I tweak
What can you adjust?
to help me reach my goals?
Exactly. And maybe there are some elements of John's routine that you could try incorporating into your own life
Yeah.
and see if they make a difference.
I think the big takeaway here
Yeah.
is that routines, they're not just schedules.
Right.
They're a reflection of our priorities, our values.
Absolutely.
And they could even like reveal
Yeah.
strengths or areas for growth.
Definitely. I mean, think about it. If you're someone who struggles with procrastination,
Mm-hmm.
maybe incorporating more structure into your routine
Yeah.
could be really beneficial.
Yeah.
Or if you're feeling overwhelmed and stressed, maybe you need to prioritize some downtime,
Yeah.
like John does with his TV and music.
It's like holding up a mirror to your day-to-day life
Mhm.
and saying like, okay,
Yeah.
what's this telling me about myself?
Exactly. And the beauty of it is you have the power to change it.
You do have the power.
You're not stuck with your routine.
Yeah.
You can constantly adapt and evolve it.
So I encourage you to
Yeah.
take a look at your own routine.
Yes.
See what it says about you
See what you can learn from it.
and see if there are any tweaks you can make
Yeah.
to better support your goals.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's all about being intentional with your time and your energy.
Well, this has been another great deep dive.
It has.
I always learn something new.
Me too.
I'm going to go examine my own routine now.
I think we all should.
And we'll see you next time
That sounds good.
for another deep dive.
See you then.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.